Hello students, good morning to everyone. In the previous class we have discussed the reflection, and we just started the refraction of the light. In the reflections we discussed about the mirrors. For the spherical mirrors, the image formation, you have to remember where the nature of the image and magnification. In the magnification I didn't discuss about the aerial magnification, it is just ratio of the image area by object area, but that we'll discuss repeated again in the lenses. And also Newton's formula, aerial magnification and focal power. I am going to repeat the formulas and points in the lenses, which is same for the mirrors. Similar for the mirrors for the real images. Next we are discussing is refraction at the plane surface. Refraction at the plane surface. In this refraction, what is the refraction? Is light should travel from one medium to other medium. The refractive index of the medium, any medium, is defined as the ability of the particular medium which is able to deviate the light ray from the initial direction. It also indicates how much the velocity will change when compared to the velocity in the vacuum. So the Snell's law what we have taken is, this is Snell's law of refraction. What is Snell's law? Is sin I by sin r equal to n2 by n1. Sin of angle of incidence to angle of refraction. This is the first medium, second medium equal to reverse ratio of the refractive index. Second medium refractive index by first medium refractive index, and refractive index is inversely proportional to related to the velocity of the light. So n2 by n1 means v1 by v2. V equal to f lambda, f is constant here. So v1 equal to f1 lambda 1, v2 equal to f2 lambda 2. If f cancels, you will get is lambda 1 by lambda 2. This is important for the numericals. Color of the light depends on the frequency, that is also constant during refraction. Color is always constant during reflection also. Actual color, but only in Doppler effect color appear to be changed, that is apparent only, not real ones. Next, light traveling from first medium to second medium. First medium to incident is first medium, refracted medium is second medium. We take first medium, second medium is symbolically mentioned as 1 n1, 1 n2, means light is traveling from first medium to second medium. Is equal to second medium refracted by first medium refracted, n2 by n1 you have taken. But if you have taken 1 n2 into 2 n1 becomes equal to 1, because this is n2 by n1, this is n1 by n2, cancels, what you get is 1. This indicates that light path is reversible. So if the light is coming like this is the first medium, second medium. If the light is passing in this direction, same path, if you have taken this, r becomes I becomes r, light can retrace the can follow the same path it was followed previously when it was traveling from 1 to 2 or even from 2 to 1. The refractive metal with respect to vacuum is called as a absolute refractive index. If you take only glass, means n glass equal to only glass. This means I am taking the glass and this is going to other medium supposed to be vacuum. You take vacuum or air. Air refractive index is, vacuum is exactly 1, n is always more than 1. For the absolute only, absolute refractive index is always greater than 1, first point. Second is for vacuum, n is equals to 1, because in vacuum if you are taking means two mediums are same, velocity is same here and here you are taking, so that is supposed to be 1. Next is for air, if you have taken the refractive index of the air is slightly greater than 1. Refractive index of the air is slightly greater than 1, 1.30 some value you will get, but approximately we take it as a 1. So vacuum and air we take nearly 1, because practically we cannot take the vacuum for the experiments every time. N air is approximately 1, but air refractive index is slightly greater than the vacuum refractive index. That's why light, when you are traveling from one medium to other medium, it deviates. During the sunrise and sunset, the atmosphere is there, the atmosphere is having air only. Atmosphere means air molecules, dust particles and surrounding the earth is nothing but atmosphere. When light traveling coming from the sun, entering into the earth atmosphere, some inclination if it is coming, not normally. Normally coming means I equal to 0, r equal to 0, there is no deviation, velocity changes. When you are light traveling from rarer to denser medium, velocity decreases. Denser medium velocity is less than that of rarer medium velocity. So light traveling from the sun into the earth atmosphere deviates. Denser medium means going towards denser means deviates towards the normal. So it deviates. About this sunrise sunset again we will discuss later at the end of the topic. But in the air, when traveling from vacuum to air, light deviates, because the air is slightly denser than that of the vacuum. But practically problems purpose we take air and vacuum nearly equal refractive index. So if you take only glass means always remember that only Ng given means by n vacuum or n air it is there. If instead of that water glass, if you are taking some water or something means by n water you have to take. So single Ng means that's called the absolute refractive index. It is nothing but velocity of the glass by velocity of the vacuum is equals to reverse ratio, take it up, the velocity of the vacuum by velocity of the glass. So velocity of the vacuum is C. C is equals to 3 to 10 to the power of 8 meter per second by velocity in the glass. Velocity is maximum only in the vacuum for all the colors, all the wavelengths in the spectrum. Only glass velocity is lesser, water velocity, denser medium velocity is less than that of the vacuum. So Vg is always less than C. Then C by Vg in terms of the lambda, if required, no, C equal to F lambda air or vacuum, V equal to F lambda G. The ratio is will give you as 3 by 2. N glass is equals to 3 by 2, which is equals to 1.5. So this is the absolute refractant index more than 1 only. 1.5 means more than 1. Similarly, if you want only water with respect to vacuum, so speed of light in vacuum by speed of light in water, denser medium, that value is 1.33 or 4 by 3 we write. For diamond refractant index is 2.4. No, you don't have to remember for all the materials, but you need to remember only for these three materials, the absolute refractant indices. Next is relative refractant index. Relative refractant index means not vacuum but two different medium you are taking. One is water glass or plastic glass, plastic, reverse also you can take. So light is traveling from water to glass. Water to glass means you take the reverse ratio of this refractant index is N glass by N water. Water to glass, this indicates what symbol is, light is traveling from which medium to which medium. Water to glass means you take the N glass by N water reverse, and N glass is absolute values. 3 by 2 by N water is 4 by 3. 4 by 3 means this becomes equal to 9 by 8. 9 by 8 is more than 1. So when the light is traveling from rarer to denser medium, the refractant index is more than 1, 9 by 8. If the same light is traveling from glass to water, denser to rarer medium, glass to water, that means N water by N glass, reverse of this you will get 8 by 9. 8 by 9 is less than 1. So these relative indexes can be more than 1 or less than 1 possibility is there. Next is total internal reflection. These three values you need to remember. Same thing for the vacuum also. Total internal reflection. When light is traveling from one medium to other medium, it deviates, we said. When it is traveling from rarer to denser medium, deviates towards the normal. But if it is traveling in reverse, it deviates away from the normal. So light is traveling from water to air, it deviates away from the normal. So it goes like this. At a particular angle of incidence called as a critical angle in the denser medium, the light grazes the surfaces, which is separating the two mediums. It does not reflect, it does not refract. Just passing along the surfaces of the surface separation, that is called as grazing. G-R-A-Z-I-N-G. Grazing light it's called. Then what is the angle of refraction becomes is R is 90. Substituting the values here, so sin A by sin R for Snell's law, R becomes 90, sin 90 is 1. Sin 90 is 1. This I becomes equal to called as a theta C. They don't give theta C, but they give it as a C. You have to be careful, speed of light is also C, but this is a small letter C, symbol is little smaller. C value is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. That is speed of light in vacuum. But here this C is a critical angle they call. So they give the symbol C only, you have to be careful what is what. Theta C I am giving to avoid the confusion. The symbol C is little bigger value. Sin theta C, I equal to theta C, then R becomes equal to 9 degrees. Sin 90 is 1. So this becomes equal to sin theta C equal to second medium by first medium. Light is compulsory to travel from denser to rarer medium for these total interreflection conditions. So light is traveling from denser to rarer means refractant index becomes equal to N rarer by N denser, second by first mediums. So this becomes equal to velocity's reverse ratio of the refractant indices, V denser by V rarer, lambda denser by lambda rarer. You need to remember this formula. Snell's law, this formula, and the number data of course. This one easily can find out. These two formulas required for the numericals. Wavelength relation also they may ask you. Next is, what if the angle of incidence is more than critical angle? This is just to start the total reflection. If the angle of incidence is more than a critical angle, then the light instead of grazing, instead of going to the second medium, it comes back into the same medium. I is greater than theta C. This is I is greater than theta C if you have taken, then TIR takes place and light comes back into the same medium. So if you are swimming in the water, if you look at the surface, if the angle of incidence of your view with respect to normal is less than theta C, light goes into the second medium. If I is equal to theta C, light grazes the surface. That means if anything floating in the surface, you are able to see up to this. If the angle, this is called as a horizon, you are able to see the level of the surface where the sun is sunset, sunrise taking place. That also you can see from the water at this point, I equal to theta C. And you can see the sky touching the water also, you can see when I is equal to theta C. But when I is greater than theta C or greater than critical angle, light comes back into the same medium. That means any fish is there in the water or any objects is there in the water, you can see the reflection. That means if you are looking into this, you don't see outside object, but instead you will see the objects inside the water. This due to the total internal reflection. Conditions to start the TIR is I equal to theta C, and to get the theta actually total reflection is I is greater than theta C. Condition you take. What is the deviation taking place here is, you can notice this thing in the fish aquariums. If you see from the sides, you can notice this objects visible at different places. Not only that, okay, that point I will discuss later. Here in this case, This critical angles sin c n equal n rarer by n denser. If you are taking the air and water, if you are taking the air and water conditions for this, n rarer is air by n water. N water is nothing but equal to, if you are taking this n water, is 4 by 3. Calculation of this will give the critical angle for water. For critical angle for water is 42 degrees. That is the maximum. 24. 1 minute, I have to check up this data. N glass, n water is less, n water. So theta c, sin theta c of water, if you have taken n rarer means air by n water. N water is nothing but equal to 1.33. 1 less the value means this is a 1 by less means this should be value is more. Water should be 49, I think. This is 42. One glass is more, so this is less. Sorry, this is okay. 49, 42. I have to verify this 1 minute. Okay, 49, 42 correct only, but you need to remember this: water, glass and diamond, these three. Diamond value exactly not required to remember, just know that the critical angle is very less because refractive index is very high. Diamond refractive index is 2.4, so critical angle value is 24. Exact value remembering is not required, just know that it is high, very high values. What is the importance of that high value? We will discuss later. So critical n water is for this. If you take the glass, critical angle is 1 by n glass here to take. Okay. And similarly we can calculate the velocities for this case. Next, a deviation. Here we are discussing the deviation. Deviation means this light is supposed to go straight like this, but instead of that it is going in this direction. This is the angle of deviation. For theta are taking place angle of deviation. Here angle of deviation is nothing but equal to 90 minus this angle of refraction you can take. 90, this is totally is 90. Instead of going straight, it is going in these directions. You can calculate this is a deviation. But here this deviation is equal to totally is 180 degrees. 180 minus 180 is supposed to be equal to d plus I plus r prime. R prime for reflection, angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection, so it becomes equal to 2i. Then d you can calculate from this for the reflection. There is already we discussed about reflection condition that we have to apply for the total interreflection after taking place. Next is something else I have to discuss here. Applications of total internal reflection. While discussing the numericals in the textbook problems, I will discuss these applications of total reflection, like optical fibers, and the glittering of the diamond and the dew. Okay, other applications I will discuss next class. Next point is normal shift. Symbol we take is NS. When you are looking into the glass slab or water, the light which is coming from the object inside the denser medium, there are two cases in this. One is observed in the rarer medium, another one is observed in the denser medium. If the observer is in the rarer medium and observing into the object inside the denser medium, like a glass slab, or in the water, some fish is there in the water, you are seeing from outside. You can notice this in the fish aquariums also. What happens is that object at this point happen to be shifted upward directions, in the direction where you are seeing normal to the surface it is shifting, so it is called as the normal shift, taken with the symbol N subscript S. The thickness of the slab we are taking is a real depth. The object is provided, a condition is that object is at the bottom of this slab or at this bottom, then real depth is nothing but equal to thickness. But when it is apparent to be shifted upwards, why? Because light is traveling here, coming from the denser medium to rarer medium, it deviates away from the normal. This is angle of incidence, this is angle of refraction. It deviates away from the normal, but when you see, our brain thinks that light traveling straight line path, rectilinear propagation. So light happens to be coming from here, not from here. So what we notice is the object is not here, but it is here. That is we call as an image. It is not real one, it is a virtual one. So we need to notice that the image is observed here. So we think that object is here only. So the distance from the surface to the bottommost actual object distance is called as the real depth. But the distance from the surface to the image where you are seeing is called as the apparent depth. The symbol is dA. Real depth is d subscript r. And the distance it is shifting, appear to be shifting upwards, is called as a normal shift ns. And relation for this, refractive index of this material and real depth and apparent depth is dn is equals to real depth by apparent depth. If the object is at the bottommost point, then that is also equal to t. They are equal to t by apparent depth you have to take. So what is apparent depth becomes equal to t by n. N is the refractive index. In case you have the two mediums, these are n glass, you have one more also n air, you are in the water, in the glass is kept. In that case, single n is given means it is a referring to the particular medium only, single medium, by divided by always n air is there. So only n you have written means divided with the n air or n vacuum. Next is what is the normal shift is total depth minus apparent depth, that is real depth minus apparent depth is normal shift, which is equals to real depth is t, if you take apparent depth is equals to t cross multiply t dA equal to t by n. So t take out common, t into 1 minus 1 by n is the formula. If you have taken the multiple medium instead of the one, you take the multiple medium 1 2 3 4 glass, any number you can take, then what happens, every glass shifts it by some amount. So total apparent depth is dA1 plus dA2 etc. Total thickness is nothing but equal to total real depth T1 plus T2 plus T3 if you have taken. The total normal shift is NS1, NS2, NS3 and so on. The result is adding all these for different materials. So T1 plus T2 and so on you have to take T take out common, T1 plus T2 plus T3 and so on, and plus minus and so on. Next is minus of first medium is T1 by N1, T2 by N2 and so on. You have to take the condition. This is the total normal shift required for the problems. The applications of the total internal reflections. Mirages formation, if the tree is there at some distance, the desert areas, you can see on the roads also during summer season the air gets heated up from the surface. So hot air is rarer medium, distance between the molecules is more. Cold air is comparatively is hot summer season you are seeing, or hot regions. You are seeing from here a distance tree. The land is heated first. From the sunlight, air is transparent for the thermal radiations, heat radiations coming from the sun. So the land is heated first. Whenever the land is heated, the air around it also gets heated up. So due to that reason, the distance with the molecules increases. It's a hot air. Hot air is rarer medium. So refractive index of the rarer medium you will take. Next is above from the ground, you have to go up. You will find the temperature less comparatively. This is called as a cold air. Cold air. Cold is denser mediums. Is denser, that N cold or N denser we can take. Then light, if you are seeing from the distant object, light should reflect from the object, sunlight falling on the object and reflected. Okay, one light ray may go straight, another light ray trying to go towards the ground. Many lights are going different directions. The light ray going towards the ground, traveling from cold, top cold to hot. That is a condition required for TIR. Light should travel from denser to rarer medium. So cold to hot it is going. The result is that at the particular light rays, many are the light rays, some light rays will be taking the place of angle of incidence equal to critical angle between these two, cold and hot airs. It bends back to the person. So if the person sees the light ray coming from the down, so this appear to be smaller image and it looks like a reflection from the ground. Our brain automatically thinks that there is some water here, and due to the temperature changes, the air molecules won't be constant, so density varies. Light reflection changes its path. Due to that reason, it looks like image is shaking, and our brain thinks that water is there. That's called as mirages. Mirages occur in the hot regions, in the desert areas, or even on our roads also. At a particular angle, if you see at high temperatures when the road is heated up. Next, looming. Looming is reverse of this mirages. In the case of looming, the distant object, that means in the cold regions, cold areas, if you are standing on the land and there is a ship in the sea at long distance, looming is the cold timings. The ground will be cooled up. Comparatively hot air you will find on the higher areas. Light should travel from cold to hot. So close to the ground you will find cold. Far away from the ground, relatively, comparatively, warm. It's actually warm air we call it. I'm just taking it as hot air. Means these are denser medium and rarer medium. Light rays coming from here to the person observer, traveling from cold to hot. Any light ray, straight line you can see one image. Also, if any hill is there here, you cannot see that, but still you are able to see because of the refraction of the light. The light rays going into the sky, some light rays going into the sky, cold to hot, they take the total reflection, come back. But our brain sees that this boat is not here, but it happens to be floating in the air. This boat happens to be floating in the air, that is called as a looming, L-O-O-M-I-N-G. It is called as looming, happens in the winter seasons. If there is a hill here or any obstacle is there, you cannot see direct image, direct object, but you can see the object behind the hill also. In the sky we can see it. Okay. And long ago, Egyptians saw the distant village complete in the sky and they thought that it is a heaven, it seems, according to the records. Next is diamond. What this diamond is cut into the particular shape, then only it glitters, otherwise it won't glitter. The light can enter into this from rarer to denser medium from all angles, but it cannot come out from all angles. It is cut into the particular shape such that a light ray trying to come out will see the angle of incidence. The angle of incidence, it always is more than the critical angle, because the refractant is high, critical angle is minimum you will find. C diamond is minimum. C diamond is minimum. Due to that reason, what happens is critical angle N is maximum, C is minimum. So due to that reason, everywhere light is trying to come out, it sees the angle of incidence more than critical angle, so it takes the total reflection, comes backwards. Back into means into that only going. So more light is collected into that and comes out only from the few surfaces. More light collected coming from few surfaces, it appears to be bright or brilliant, it appears. Without light, diamond will not glitter unless it is having the phosphorescent metal inside already, or some impurities like that are present. Radioactive metal is present, means it is possible to glow. Otherwise diamond do not glow without light. Complete darkness, ideal diamond if you have taken means, or pure diamond you have taken means, it will not glow actually. Similarly, dew, the water drops. If the light falls on the early morning, the water droplets falling on the grass pieces, the sunlight reflects, goes the total reflection and comes back and appears to be very brighter. And even rainbow is also part of the rainbow. Why it appears to us is also taking place because of the total reflection inside and dispersion of the light, that we discuss later. Rainbows is deleted for the syllabus, but we still discuss some points related to that. Next, normal shift we discussed, observing from the rarer medium. Next we have discussed the normal shift observed from denser mediums. That means the person is swimming in the water, he is seeing outside birds, or fish is swimming in the water, how it sees the outside bird. In this case, when the observer is in the rarer medium, the object appears shifted upwards. Here what I told is the real depth equal to thickness, but it is not necessary. If there is a glass bulb, this glass block has a bubble here, air bubble is there here, then real depth is not equal to thickness, please. The distance from the surface to the object where it is there, that only you need to consider as the real depth. Don't consider thickness always, you have to be careful with the problem. If water is there, bottom of the water if you are seeing means, the bottom you are seeing means the depth itself is the real depth you have to. If you are standing in the water, our legs appear shorter. If you are in the water, the river appears shallower than actual depth. That is because of this normal shift due to the refraction of the light, we have to say. And fish, if you want to catch in the water, if you try to catch in the aquarium also, if you put your hand, the fish is here, it appears here, so you try to catch here, but it won't be there because you are trying to catch the image. The real fish will be here. So well, the hunters, fish hunters, they know how where the fish is there, with practice they will get. So if you want to fish, if you want to catch the fish, you have to not hit here, you have to hit here. Same birds also do the same thing. Birds, when you are flying here, the bird sees the fish image here, not here. But if they practice, it knows that fish is a little inside and it directly perfectly catches the fish, which are the fish hunters. Next is if the object is in the denser medium. Observer in denser medium. Normal shift. Observer in denser medium. So we can take the fish in water. Generally problem will be given to you is fish for fish in water. Fish is a depth x, let us take. Fish is a depth x from the surface and bird is flying at some height. Bird is flying at some height. So that height, actual height, we take it as a real height. Instead of real depth, you can take dr also, that is left to your choice. Little angle. One more thing is that in their cases, if they are seeing exactly vertically, not practically possible, exactly vertical normally you are seeing means that you don't find any normal shift cases. You are seeing at some angle only it happens. Here also same thing, some angle it happens. So if the bird is flying, little angle let us take. Normal. Deviates, light traveling from the object, deviates towards the normal, so reaches the fish here. This is angle of incidence. But a fish sees the image coming straight appears to be at this point. When you are observing from, these are rarer, these are denser mediums. When observing from denser medium, the object is here but it appears to be present here. This height is called as a apparent height. This is a real height and this is going to be the apparent height. Previously, apparent depth is less than the real depth. For this case, if you take this n water, what is n water is equals to is apparent height by real height condition. We get the derivation, so I am not going to do that now. Apparent real depth by apparent is refractive index. Apparent height by real height is nothing but equal to refractive index of the denser medium. Instead of air, if some other medium meter means that divided by air is there here, it means. This is for glass or water, you can take reverse relation you have to take. So what is the apparent height becomes equal to is n water into real height. Because n water is always greater than 1, so real height, apparent height will be more than real height. It means bird, even though it is very nearer, fish thinks that still far away. Even though it is nearer, so bird is able to catch the fish easily because the fish thinks that bird is not near to it. And velocity, they will ask you link to this. Generally problem will be asked related to the velocities. But the apparent height is nothing but equal to n water, refractive index of the water into real height. And total distance, if you check up from the bird to fish, total distance of bird to fish, what fish seeing, actual distance, the real distance is nothing but equal to, not real, sorry, real distance means h real plus x you have to take, but what it sees is the apparent ones, that is the apparent ones height you are taking, that is equals to total height is nothing but equal to apparent height plus x you have to take. I will take this as x plus apparent height. This is a bird visible, this is a fish distance from the surface, from surface you are taking. So this is nothing but equal to apparent height of bird to the fish, the total values. This is the total apparent height. They ask you the velocity, so velocity equal to distance by time. So velocity of the bird to fish, how the fish sees, is the apparent value, is equals to dx by dt. dh by dt is equals to velocity, dx by dt is equals to velocity of the fish plus HA. HA is nothing but equal to n water into HR. So differentiation of this becomes equal to, n water is a constant, we cannot change differentiation of the real height because bird is moving up or downwards. Whenever it is moving, the fish, here in this case we are talking about the velocities with respect to surface, upwards or downwards only, not horizontal piece. Horizontal is not affected, only vertical motions we are discussing here. Differentiation of the real height is nothing but equal to real velocity of the bird you will get, that is the real velocities. This formula you have to remember for the problems. Next, when you take the plus minus sign convention is there. If the bird is moving toward the surface or fish is moving to the surface, distance decreases. Distance decreases means velocity becomes negative. If they are going away from surface means positive. Velocity is plus if you are going flying away or moving away surface. Velocity is negative if moving towards surface. That means fish is going up or bird is coming down. You take it as a velocity is negative. If they are going away, take them as a positive.